Hey everyone, and welcome back to Prehistoric Kingdom. Today we are going to build another habitat, and this is going to be the Lambeosaurus Lagoon. Now, today's episode will be a lot more nature focused rather than the building aspect we had lately, but I have to say this became my favorite habitat in this build so far, because it really ended up looking supernatural. And here's the idea about this animal. So I did actually look into where the Lambeosaurus is living or was living in the Jurassic. Actually, it's not the Jurassic phase. It lived in the Jura, I guess it was, it was basically where Canada is today in the Northern American area. And so I wanted to create something that looks a bit more reminiscent of this, biome, so to say, rather than going fully tropical. Actually, because there are some specimens of the Lambeosaurus found in a more tropical area around Mexico, or actually what is today Mexico, but it's not really. I think it definitely still isn't justified if this is the same Lambeosaurus or if it's a completely different variant of it. So I think there wasn't a full skeleton found yet, but definitely the Lambeosaurus of the northern hemisphere is found already quite a few times in different shapes and forms and blah blah blah, and this is what we're doing today. Now the build itself was rather straightforward, simply because I had a pretty good idea in my mind already from the very beginning. I knew exactly how I wanted to make it look, mainly because my inspiration came from some Canadian log huts in the, basically some log cabins in the forest, and then just making everything look kind of like a little lagoon over here, making sure we have some backstage access as well in the future. Hopefully I find some time in the next couple of days to, build this, but this is definitely something I want to finish off and see where this is going before we get hopefully a bigger update on this game in the future. We've seen the devlog yesterday, no, 2 days ago. This might be online on Friday, so I don't know exactly when. But yeah, you will see definitely when there is something new coming in the future, and I'm really looking forward to that. There are a lot of great changes that the devs are willing to do according to our feedback. I've seen they've done quite a few things that I have mentioned in my videos already. They talked about this. So one of the biggest things that have been implemented according to, I don't know if other people also gave the same feedback. Honestly, I haven't had the time to look into it, but one of my biggest feedback was that you couldn't place objects by clicking on the screen, but you always needed to click that little check mark icon. And this is something they did already fix. So once you have placed your object, clicking in the screen anywhere in the screen is actually placing the object. So on that note, if you're listening, guys, I love the feature. I love it's actually improved. The only problem is I still think there has to be a bit of a better indicator when the item is placed. So maybe a better highlight around the piece or something, because what happened for me was I accidentally placed pieces like 3 to 4 times in the same position, and I only noticed by the texture fighting. So it might actually be cool if there's like an indicator or a bit of a clearer indicator that the item has been placed, and then you know it better. But yeah, so actually what I find also very interesting is that this build in general is just a lot more straightforward, because you get to use the pieces better and you just get to know the game better. And I tried something here with the logs, as you've seen, making it look like a bit more natural, as if you're moving over logs and then just putting down glass in front of it. I just didn't like it. It didn't look clean enough for my taste. It just looked a little messy, and so I ended up doing it this way. But anyhows, this is something I am really happy to show to you, because I'm pretty happy with how it ended up, and I want to show it to you in real time, and this is why I need to keep my voiceover rather short, and then we will move over into a very quick real-time part now. That is at the end of the video, but you definitely do have now a couple of more minutes of a time-lapse, and so I really hope you guys are enjoying that one. Again, as I said, it's Canadian inspired, but we'll talk about that in the real-time part. But until then, I hope you guys enjoy the time lapse. Let me know in the comments down below how you liked this habitat, and what is your favorite habitat of the 3 I did already. That would be awesome to know. But yeah, now enjoy the time lapse. We talk later, and enjoy. Alright, there we go. This is the finished product in the game, guys. And as I said, I'm quite happy with the final result. Now, the guests are not in because, as always, when we load into a file, you know that they are coming just to join the park, so we might see them in a bit. But yeah, this is basically, again, how it looks right now. But let me just, first of all, go to the habitat before we look into the actual park so far. But as I said, I just really love how this entire habitat unfolded. So we do have this cabin here as like the star of the show. Where you can go in. I guess I need to put some benches in the middle actually as well, so that they can sit down and enjoy maybe a picnic over here. But you can go to this viewing platform and have a wonderful look to the animals here to the right hand side. You have a wonderful look all over the place, and if you go to the left hand side of the V-Sync, I should definitely put on the V-Sync. Let me just quickly do that. This is rather annoying. I mostly put this out. Wait, it's on. Why is it on and still? Okay, this is so weird. Let me just bring the FPS limit a little bit higher. There you go. And this should actually help. Yeah, this should help with it. Good. So as you can tell, this is really nice where you can see the animals over here. Pretty nice to see them moving around like that. And then, yeah, you just in general have a good view from this area. But if you do want to see animals in a different way, you can obviously go back through here when you just go into people's perspective somehow. Can I also move slower? There you go. Holding down control makes you move slower. That's almost like moving around. Is there a cheat code, by the way, for moving like people? I haven't checked now. I haven't checked it yet, but whatever. So yeah, this is where you can see there's another one lying down there. You can see another one there, just hiding there. I just love the fact how you can start to spot them over here, and I love these overhanging things over the water. I imagine that you could even have some fish down here in the water. That would look kind of cool. But yeah, you just see the animals. You just see the Lambeosaurus living in their more or less natural habitat, and I think this really came out beautifully, and I'm really happy. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really happy with this build. And what I like especially is this area over here. I think with the rocks and stuff, these ponds really look like Canadian areas, and then, you know, with the logs and kind of these pillars that almost look like artificial, but then just kind of, you know, slap the rock texture above it, making it a bit darker than that one. And just in general, I think it looks very believable. It looks very cool, almost like these kind of salt pond thingies where you can, you know, sit in and enjoy. I'm not sure if they have them in Canada, to be honest, but, you know, it could also be some hot springs, whatever. But in general, I think it just really looks absolutely cool. I do love how that turned out. And yeah, if we just move over here, we do have another viewing area like that, and you can just have a look to this side. I think is there another animal? No, it's not, but there's another animal. You know, you can see it here to the left hand side. Look at that. This is so cool. You can see the animals moving around, and yeah, just like that. I think the habitat overall is fantastic. Are the guests actually coming over? Let me just quickly make the game a little bit quicker so you can see that they actually do use that as well. Karen is also already active, pretty neat as well. Look at Karen. Karen is just chilling over here. I love that they still love these rocks to move on them. Now, I guess it's going to be fixed in the future. But yeah, so this is the state of our current build. So this is the Lost World, how it looks. And you can tell this is coming really nicely together. As I have said, next up would be to make these two habitats a bit bigger. I definitely want to give the Tyrannosaurus this entire area here. I might even give it the possibility to go down into the canyon, so just lower that down here to the bit, and then you do cross the bridge to have this viewing in the middle, but the rest will actually be the canyon where the Tyrannosaurus can move along. I think this is pretty cool. And then I will give the I think what's that in here? We do also have some Lambeosaurus still in here, but I want to make this the Edmontosaurus area, which I'm gonna enlarge to all over the place here, so to make sure that this all fits in. And then this is going to be the backstage access, and this is going to be a bit of a bigger restaurant area, and then we are mostly done. And I will definitely have like a Styracosaurus habitat in the very back here, and then this is already the kind of finished park. I'm not gonna lie, this is what we do. Anyhow, this should be it. You can see, oh, by the way, you can see now people are using these platforms rather nicely. It's really cool how they do this. Like, you know, they just all... Okay, well, she stopped going there, but normally they go all the way to the end and have a look. And they also move into this building. I've seen them using it. Yeah, well, this dude over here might not do it, but just in general, they use this platform, which is kind of cool to view the animals. And yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, I really would appreciate a like to the video. That helps it a lot to be shown to other people on YouTube, you know how that works. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you want to see more like, you know, management, building games kind of stuff, Prehistoric Kingdom, Planet Zoo, Planet Coaster, whatever, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on these videos. But now I really hope you guys enjoy, and I talk to you in the next one. Stay safe.